Hey, what's going on guys? WingsOfEnd here and welcome back to another video, and today guys we're gonna be making a 2x2 door underwater. Well, at least we're gonna be trying to. So I did test out few things. I know what works and what doesn't work underwater, so I'm gonna be trying to make a 2x2 door, and this is the first time I'm gonna be making this, so I have no idea how exactly is this going to work. But as I said, I generally know what's going to work and what's not, but I know with every good door we need to have some sticky pistons that are going to actually open and close the door. So we're just gonna put those guys right here, and the way we're gonna be connecting this is using mainly repeaters. So the one underneath I'm gonna have a repeater right there, and for the one on top we're just gonna have some blocks right here. I should probably grab a better block. Yeah, there we go, this should do. So we're just gonna have a repeater pretty much connecting these guys, and I should probably get a little bit of the wall. I kinda have an idea how is this actually going to work, but I have no idea how is it actually going to turn out, or even if it's going to work when I finish with this. But we're never really gonna know until we try. One thing is that's probably going to work for this is maybe, let's just have a sticky piston right here with the redstone block. This is gonna be another little thing that we're gonna be using. So if I had the lever right here, we should be able to connect at least one of the pistons. As you can see, the one on the little bottom right is going to actually get retracted out of the way, and we pretty much need to do the same for the top one. But how is this actually gonna work? Okay, what about this? If we have the actual lever over here and the redstone block is gonna get extended, which is going to power that little repeater powering this block, what if we actually have a redstone repeater right here that's gonna power this block, and we have another sticky piston with the redstone block over here? That way we can actually carry the redstone over. You know what, we should probably lower that by one. Let's just have the sticky piston over here, and the redstone block that way is going to be in line over here. Well, that should be pretty easy to connect. Let's just have some of the blocks over here. We're gonna have a repeater. We're going to have that going into a block and a repeater right there, and that should do it. Okay, we don't even need this repeater over here or this block. Okay, that worked out pretty well. I thought I was gonna have to use this repeater right here, but this works as well. Let's just see if that's going to work properly. Okay, let's just retract that, and looks like the one on the bottom is gonna be a little bit faster, since we do have like 3 tick delay over here from the repeaters. You know what, let's just have this on max tick delay. Let's see if that makes any difference. So this should be closing the roughly same amount of the time. Well, it looks like it's closing the same time, but the opening is like a little tick beforehand. I guess that doesn't really make that much of a difference. That's good as well. Now we kinda need to figure out how are we actually going to connect it over here. How on earth am I gonna carry the redstone over without of it having like a million tick delay using repeaters? I think I may have an idea, but I'm gonna require some digging. I think that slime blocks may be your best friend for actually carrying the signal over here. I just need to figure out how exactly am I gonna do that. I think if you actually destroy these blocks over here, so when we actually press the lever, the little redstone blocks should go underneath. The reason for that is because we need to have the redstone underneath the ground. That way we can have actual like a platform over here going that way. So I guess we're gonna have a repeater coming out of that little redstone block going into another block right here, and we should probably just have a couple of the repeaters right there. And what could we do? Okay, maybe if we actually, I'm trying to think what would be the best way to actually do this. I know we have to have the little sticky piston like on this position, because if we had it a block up, that's gonna be visible right here. Well, you know what, let's just have this going into a block. Let's maybe have another repeater with another block right there. And you know what, let's just have this sticky piston underneath. That should power it as well. Yep, that's going to work. What we need to do is actually destroy some of the blocks right here, otherwise this slime is actually gonna get stuck to that. Okay, you know what, let's just delete all of these blocks right here, just like so. And we don't really are going to worry about that. Let's just fix it up like so. And we're gonna make sure that everything is underneath the water. That way I can cheat. Okay, let's just have this sticky piston right there, and we should be able to just have some of these slime blocks over here going like so. And we actually need to connect it right here. You know what, let's just have a little bit of the blocks for choice right here, just to make sure that we know where we can build and where we can't. So that's gonna be or like a tunnel or something, and we need to connect these sticky pistons right here. Okay, so I have some of the glazed terracotta over here to make sure that I know where the actual little pathway is, and also the slime blocks are not going to stick to it. I have a little bit of an idea how to connect them. I know for the first one I'm probably gonna have another repeater over here going into the block underneath, and I could probably, you know what, I could probably have the redstone block right here, because when we actually retract the slime blocks, the redstone block is gonna get into this position and it's not going to mess with anything. So I guess we're also going to need to use a glazed terracotta over here, that way it's not going to slide with the actual slime blocks. Let's just have another repeater right there, and the first one is connected. I spent a little bit of time thinking how can I connect this one, and I can't believe how obvious it is. Let's just try this. Let's have a sticky piston right here and the redstone block right there, and we can pretty much carry the redstone over. I think this should work. You know what, let's just have a couple more of the repeaters going into the block, and that seems pretty easy, so I'm not sure if it's going to work. But let's just test this out, and fingers crossed. And all of the blocks got retracted out of the way. Is it going to close? Come on. And yes, I can't believe that worked. This was really simple to actually set up, and you can see that everything is underwater. This point over here may look a little bit interesting because they're just waterlogged, and you can see we have the whole redstone underneath water 100%. I can even spam some of the water buckets over here, but you can see the whole redstone is underwater. We are not using any redstone dust or anything like that. We pretty much made a 2x2 door using some sticky pistons, a lot of them, using redstone blocks and repeaters. And of course this over here was a lifesaver because it's so simple to actually carry the redstone over, using some slime blocks and of course a little bit of the redstone blocks. And this side over here was surprisingly easy. I probably could have done something same over here, but we kinda need this bit to actually carry the redstone over, so I think overall this turned out amazing. You know what, let's just cover this up over here and actually kind of walk through it to see how it actually looks. This would be amazing if you're doing some kind of the underwater base, and you can see it's completely underwater. There is no air pockets or anything like that, and you can leave this like this to kind of impress your friends, or you can just cover it up to use air pockets to your advantage, but leaving it over here underneath the water is definitely going to impress a lot of the people, and I am personally impressed with this. I had no idea that this is going to work, and it's actually incredibly easy to do as well. I really didn't think it's going to be this easy. I kinda thought I was going to spend a lot of the hours on this, but you can see it works properly, and everything over here is underneath the water as well. Let's just go ahead and do this as well to kind of make it a little bit prettier, and let's just have those blocks over here. I can't believe that this actually worked. Obviously, if you're doing something like this underwater in survival, you're going to need one of these guys. Otherwise, you're going to have a rough time of drowning, but this is pretty much the 2x2 door underwater. I can't believe that this actually worked. From the top, it actually looks really cool, and it's fairly compact for what it is. I'm really happy with this, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video because this was a really nice project. But yeah guys, I am really happy with the way this turned out. I can't really be more proud of myself for making an underwater door. You know I love doors, and just to be able to make something like this underwater is really amazing. So I really hope you guys liked it and enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe if you're new. And if you think any of your friends would enjoy this type of content, make sure to share with them. But as always, I really hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. This looks so cool.